Why does everyone hate Super 7? It seems that everyone these days has something negative to say about Super 7. Now, I've heard terms such as subpar 7 banded around, which is very unfair. Now, I can only base things on my experience, and in my experience, Super 7 has indeed been super. As you can see, I've got a small variety of my collection here. Primarily, it's all music related. But I'm going to go through a number of reasons why I think Super 7 are a fantastic company and a company that I completely stand behind. Super 7 really is all things 80s, and when you look at their list of licenses, it's like a who's who of essential 80s pop culture. They have licenses such as Transformers, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, Back to the Future, Garbage Pail Kids, and that's just a small handful. They really have embraced the 80s, and their main line being the reaction line is the classic 3 3/4 inch figure, which was all the rage back in the 80s. The card backs are done exactly as they were back in the 80s. Everything about it is classic 80s. It seems that collectors of action figures are quite often fans of music, and in particular the heavier side of music. Now Super 7 has taken those two passions, combined them into one to give us an amazing line of music-related action figures. These licenses include bands such as Iron Maiden, Slayer, Napalm Death, Anthrax, and Motorhead. Now, my only regret is where were the Iron Maiden figures back in the 80s? Because had those been around, I would have been all over them. But the fact of the matter is, they exist now, and we have Super 7 to thank for that. Super 7's customer service is second to none in my opinion. Now take for example this very elaborate card back for their latest Ghost figure. This arrived from Super 7 directly with not a single crease or bend on this card back. It was packaged in a massive box, loads of packaging, the figure itself comes wrapped in plastic. This is now the third or fourth one of these styles of card backs I've had from Super 7 and not one of them has been damaged in any way. Furthermore, when you order from Super 7, you obviously get that confirmation email, but you also get emails from them when your item is out for delivery from the post office. Then once it's been delivered, you get a further email telling you that it has been delivered, which is actually quite important because there have been times when I've ordered from places such as Target or Amazon even, where I did not get notification the item had been delivered and it sat outside on the doorstep for hours. And I was very fortunate not to become a victim of the porch pirates, but the fact is that Super 7 do let you know every step of the way when your figure is coming and when it has actually been delivered, which is a fantastic service. Now finally, another great part of their customer service is more applicable to figures such as these Ultimates, whereby the pre-order is given a set window. In other words, you have, I guess, a month to 6 weeks. If you want that figure, you can pre-order and they will guarantee you will get that pre-order. Now, we've heard all the horror stories. I mean, I've been a victim myself of Target where you place a pre-order only for them to cancel on you. Well, with the Ultimates from Super 7, you are granted a pretty decent sized window to get your order in, and they have a countdown on the website so you know how long you have to place your order. Yes, they do take the money up front, but I guess that all goes to the production costs. But you are guaranteed to get the figure, not fall victim to scalpers, or not have these big companies cancel on you. That to me is how pre-orders should be done. Again, this is only my experience, but in my opinion, the quality of everything about these Super 7 products is fantastic. The figures themselves, or the ones that I do have opened, I have no problems at all with the quality. They're up there with everything that Hasbro does. Furthermore, because these are adult collectibles, the card back is as much a part of the product as the actual figure itself. These are works of art. The cardstock used is thick. There is no bends. They don't come creased. They come well packaged. The art is stunning. So well drawn, so well in proportion with everything. And what I really like is in some instances they have the classic phrase from our childhood, collect them all, on the back, which is a nice touch. Now, in the case of the Ultimates, these are very well done and they are just packed with extra accessories, extra costumes, extra hands which do, fit in nicely. There's no problems with them breaking off, in my opinion and in my experience. So when people talk about Super 7 being subpar, I completely disagree with that. There's also the point that Super 7 do some really interesting variants on their figures. Now, a number of my Ghost figures are glow-in-the-dark figures, and these do glow very nicely. They have some really interesting specialized card backs, make things a bit different. Even in the case of their latest figures of the ghouls, they've got vac metallization on the heads. Again, something that Hasbro doesn't do. These have been done so well, and I have yet to find any fault whatsoever with the products that I've bought thus far. Again, this is only my experience, but I am extremely happy with the items that I have purchased from Super 7. Now, with that being said, the one part of things that I can maybe understand people complaining about is the price. And that is the fact that their 3 3/4 inch standard figures do retail for $17.99, which is on the high end of things. I can maybe understand why the price is so high because let's be honest, Super 7 are not a company the size of Hasbro or Mattel, and they must be paying a lot in license fees because they have all the big names, all the big bands, and I have to assume it's because they are paying so much for these licenses that they do have to jack the price somewhat to make the line profitable. Am I happy about it? No. Do I accept it? Yes. It is what it is. And who else is doing Iron Maiden or Ghost action figures? No one. So it is what it is, and if you like them and you like these bands, you like action figures, it's the price you have to pay. In my opinion, a standard figure should be no more than $14, $15, but they are 18, so if you don't like it, don't buy them. But all in all, I am one very happy customer, and I will gladly tell the world that I do love Super 7. So let me know in the comments, do you collect Super 7? What's your opinion? And please share the video, please like it, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time looking at all things 80s.